guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Aethelflaed cosplay, and today we are back again with you guys with The Last Kingdom, episode 8 of season 4. I had a blank in my mind.
Okay, we are watching Last Kingdom, indeed. So last episode, something I didn't think was possible actually happened.
We became Lord of Mercia.
Well, not we, Uhtred.
We.
It's the best solution I could think of, and apparently it's the best solution Edward could think of. He and Aethelflaed can work together. He's the best to protect her. The people love him. The Eldermen will not like him, and he's not from Mercia, but he's managed before, and he's gonna manage again. And he said yes.
At least until Aethelflaed is gonna be of age to be wed with someone of age, and someone's gonna take care of Mercia. You know?
But that's the thing. Like, in the meantime, he's gonna have all this power. He's gonna be respected. He's gonna have the backing to eventually, once this is done, go back to Bebember. You know, you basically got Edward saying, I will give you the man you need for Bebember after, you know?
Yeah, but it's gonna have the responsibilities by being Lord of Mercia.
Yes. Meanwhile, with the Welsh, you've got Canute's cousin, who showed up.
Sigdrig, that's his name.
Freed Brida. He was there for her. He knows she's pregnant. So we don't really know where he's gonna set his sight, but it looks like he's gonna look for Wessex and the riches there. So that means Brida is eventually gonna fight Uhtred once again.
Merde.
I mean, it's to be expected. I just hate when that happens because I try not to be sad every time there's a battle. But yeah, it's no, we can't escape it. Sorry. There's always someone we care about that's gonna end up dead. And yeah. So this is pretty much where we left off. Elfwin survived.
Yeah,
so
she's
did. Good. And everyone is good for now.
Oh, Edward rejected his firstborn again.
Yes, except that situation. But
emotional damage.
We think he might come around eventually, so we'll be looking for that. But yeah, this is where we are now. And again, this is a slow morning, even if it's not morning anymore. And yeah, my English is weird today, and I have a hard time saying what I'm thinking. So sorry if that sounds weird. But yeah, let's jump in this episode. Stupid. Let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions. Let's go! Let's go!
I do not wish to argue.
Then do not go through with this. You're not the right person to rule Mercia. You are wild and impetuous, ruled by your heart and instinct, and these are all things I love about you, but it is not what Mercia requires of a ruler right now.
You'll be there.
Someone considered and diplomatic.
Like yourself?
I can be diplomatic when it is required.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Mercia needs a ruler who is not a tyrant imposed by Wessex.
Yes, but it's the best choice.
We can do for Mercia right now.
Mm-hmm.
You got him and the Eldermen.
If you are asking me to choose between a lord who is best for me or one who is best for Mercia, I will choose one who is best for Mercia.
Well, listen to you, okay?
Mercia's needs are greater than mine.
I did this for you.
I know. I appreciate all you have done for us, Uhtred. But it does not change my conviction that Mercia needs a ruler who is independent of Wessex.
Are you saying he's the puppet? He kinda is, but there's no better option. Unless they manage to put her on the throne.
Like
that's the
said,
other, you know.
She's a woman.
I know.
In those times.
I wanted to discuss your baptism. The Lord of Mercia must be Christian, it is written.
I have been baptized by Father Belka.
Yeah, but people don't believe that.
Is my word not enough?
No.
If there are doubts, why not give the Aldermen the proof they require? Is the prospect of inviting God into your heart again really so abhorrent that you are willing to give up this opportunity to be ruler of Mercia?
Fine, I will get baptized. Again. For the third time.
Yeah. Third time's the charm.
Let us rejoice in the gift of grace bestowed on Uhtred, that he could not attain on this earth, but only by divine blessing.
Like I said, don't drown him this time. You might be friends. It's not time to joke. And I don't know if that was necessary, but the women and the assistants are not complaining. And the men either.
Receive your servant Uhtred into the ranks of your devout saints and most bright angels. Let the water cleanse him so that he may know your wisdom to do what is just. Uhtred, you are now a child of God.
Amen.
We've come a long way. For him to willingly, at his age, get baptized.
Are you ready to serve? I'm looking.
His hair's already all, you know, dry.
After the Witten, you and I should speak alone. I wish to share with you my plans on how the alliance between Wessex and Mercia is to proceed. It is important you know exactly what needs to be done. Yes, Lucky.
Don't forget though, he has a voice of his own. He's not a
Yeah.
puppet.
Yeah.
He has to do what's best for Mercia. Hopefully it goes well. Oh, she's right there. Hopefully it goes well.
I'm stressed. I'm not in there and I'm stressed.
We could still be surprised.
It is, and has ever been, the right of the Witan to decide Mercia's ruler. As Aethelflaed has departed this world, we must choose. Lord Uhtred has not only served Wessex, he has also fought valiantly at Tettenhall to defend Mercia.
True.
Does the Witan object?
Someone is gonna have something to say, maybe. No. My question is is he gonna say anything? No? Against Aethelflaed, though, I don't like that. I think it's sad.
Uhtred, Lord and Protector
But I'm
of
still
Mercia,
happy.
you may take your throne.
It's just for
I
a
know.
couple of years, like
It
5
was-
to 10 years. But it is a huge time though.
I'll do that. I'll do that too. It was my plan a few episodes ago. See, I was so
Would you
happy
like to
last
address the
episode.
wicked?
Say so, okay, maybe.
That you accept me as your lord. It is an honor I will never forget. And that's what makes what I have to say even more
He's
difficult.
gonna refuse then.
However,
Aethelflaed.
there is someone better suited to rule Mercia
That's
than
the
I.
other plan, you know.
Oh, that is never been done before.
Nope.
As my first act as Lord of Mercia, I feel I have no choice but to relinquish the throne. In favor of Lady Aethelflaed, who's led you to victory when Aethelred abandoned you. Who's always put the welfare of Mercia first.
Lady Aethelflaed cannot rule Mercia.
Why not?
Because were she to marry, her husband could become the new Lord of Mercia, bypassing Miss Witten.
I will swear an oath that as long
Okay.
as I am Lady of
I'm like,
Mercia,
marry
I
with
will
me.
remain chaste.
Oh,
This is not
Trev.
something I do lightly.
This is not acceptable.
Why are you so against it?
I propose to Lady Aethelflaed as ruler of Mercia.
Oh. I have so much to say about this.
Supports Lord Uhtred.
Why not, you guys? Why not? Huh?
Hi.
I thought this wasn't possible. I'm so
But my heart
afraid.
is broken now.
Mine is not. It's a few years.
Is the Witan agreed?
It's a small sacrifice for something so beautiful.
Lady Aethelflaed, you may take the throne.
I'm so happy.
I was rooting for Uhtred last episode, but this is so much better.
Much better.
I never thought this was gonna be possible.
Well, we don't expect it, you know?
Oh wow. And Edward is fucking pissed because he didn't get his way, but this is not bad. I think he's mad because with Uhtred, he had a sure way of having someone who would listen to him. With Aethelflaed, he's gonna have someone who's not afraid of going against him.
Yeah.
If today were not a celebration of the new Lord of Mercia, I would fear that King Edward's guards were seizing Aylesbury.
They do not look like they're celebrating.
Nope.
We need to find Uhtred and advise him.
Well, he was Lord of Mercia for all of 2 minutes. But, I mean, don't do something. You'll regret Edward.
Edward's guards have taken control of Aylesbury.
Edward, what are you doing? You know that your sister wants to keep the peace between your two kingdoms.
Yeah, but he's acting like a child. Reacting like a child. Like, it's good things and then back to bad things. Can't change overnight.
This is what happens when King Edward feels he's been insulted.
This is Mercia, he has no right.
I suspect he believes his army gives him the right.
Let us not forget that Mercia and Wessex are allies. I would like to speak with my brother.
The king is at prayer and says he does not wish to be disturbed.
Please tell him I wish to see him.
He's gotta fucking stop acting like a spoiled child who didn't get his way.
Thank you for your gift.
He wants to play. Oh boy, he's got... Oh, okay. Well,
He's not gonna survive for long, right?
I'm Aethelflaed.
You're the Earthslinger.
I'd heard there were Danes in Wheelas and I was coming to talk to you.
okay.
I don't talk to Saxons. I kill them.
You will change your mind when you hear what I have to say. I have something very valuable that I can share with you. Something that will help you.
Fuck off. I mean, he had guts enough to show up.
Danes.
I can smell their stench from here.
Should we attack or retreat?
We are men of Wheelas. We attack!
You're not ready. You didn't think this could be a trap or something? This is gonna burn. Yep. You're not stupid. You were too proud. I like a guy who's got strategies, though. You know, he thinks of plans and stuff. They won't be able to leave. Oh, we've seen that strategy before. That's good because he's being introduced fighting people I don't care about. So, I mean, respect. Respect. It's gonna be interesting to see him fight our people.
Well, he's smart. He's not a...
Yeah, he's not just following his rage or
No.
emotions. Or his pride like the Welsh just did. We bring you an army!
Your fjord are here for you, Lady of Mercia. I have enough men to fight your brother. And what order would you like to give your army?
To remain calm. I will not sacrifice a single Mercian life unless it is absolutely necessary. The fjord will remain outside, but I have no doubt that Aethelflaed will soon be in Mercian control once again. Open the gates for Lord Uhtred. There is no need for them to be closed any longer.
It's actually
My
good.
lord, open them, and you have my word that the fjord will not enter the town without invitation.
She's proving he can
There
trust
need
her.
be no conflict between us.
She had power. She could have done this. She's not doing it. It's good. Oh, she is so happy. But she can't thank him the way she would want to.
I know.
But it's fine. It's just for a few years. I can let go of my ship if it means this. We still got Finnan. We still got Finnan.
As ruler, you will have impossible decisions to make. I know I have made mistakes in some of my choices.
As long as I am Lady of Mercia, you have my support.
I was blind not to see that you were the right person to rule Mercia.
Thank
For
you.
that, I'm sorry. I also wish to discuss East Anglia. It was conquered by Aethelred, but since his death it has grown lawless. I propose we send an army there, of men from both Wessex and Mercia to maintain control.
Agreed. A joint army sends a clear message that we are allies.
Okay.
After that, we can push north into Northumbrian Daneland.
Okay.
Together, I believe we can achieve our father's dream of a united land.
If Alfred could see his kids,
I think he's crying up there.
I don't know how he would have reacted, but this is good.
I wish to talk to you about Aethelstan.
Yes, I'm grateful that you brought him to me.
I know you care about the boy,
Don't take him away
but it is
again.
impossible for you to take him to Winchester. There are people there that may wish him ill. If it is agreeable with you, I would like to take charge of the boy and take him to Bedwyn and raise him there, as I raised you, to follow your footsteps and those of Alfred's.
Like she would like to do with the second born, but she can't because of the mother and
Make
the
the
dad.
arrangements. I will ask Uhtred to accompany you.
Okay.
Good.
Have you seen the wisdom of staying here?
No. I'm even more certain we must attack the Saxons now.
I have made my decision, Brita.
And you will change your mind when you see what I've brought you.
Being a fucking bitch about the whole thing once again.
Who is this turd?
He is the turd who will help us take Winchester without a single drop of Danish blood being shed.
How? Because I don't think so.
Edward believes the Danes no longer hold a threat. He's taken his army to Aethelflaed, leaving Winchester undefended. Only a handful of soldiers remain there, no more than that.
You will never get an opportunity like this again. Winchester is weak and nobody realizes except us. Winchester provides all things and more. And there is no risk.
Unless they come back first. You need to hurry.
But I don't want them to take Winchester.
They might. And like our son is on his way to Winchester too. We have our next threat.
We leave for Winchester.
We have a heading. Oh boy. I would say I like him though. I think he's cool.
The cousin?
Yeah. As a bad guy. Of course they were gonna be the next threat. It's just I expected more of a battle, direct battle, not just let's take Winchester while there's no one there, because they could do that. And
Well,
like I said,
I'm expecting a huge battle for the finale because we only have 2 episodes left for this season, so.
yes, there's gotta be something. Or it's if it's not a battle, it's we lose Winchester.
Well, Wessex. Is Winchester Wessex?
It's no, but it's the seat of power.
Yeah. And technically, Wessex is the last kingdom. So, I don't think that Wessex is gonna fall.
Well, Mercia is not down either. Like, it's the last kingdom because a while ago
I have not watched this opening so many times with Wessex still down there to believe that Wessex is gonna fall at the end.
They're making it so Mercia is the last kingdom.
But still.
Okay, we'll address the Aethelflaed thing because I need to get it off my chest. So, last episode I said, few episodes ago, my plan that I was like, oh, this could work.
Wait.
What?
Didn't they already take Wessex back then with Alvin when it was a baby? Because they had to fled.
Some people, yes, they had to fled.
Okay, so they might take Wessex then, I'm sorry.
Yes, it could happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so last episode, when they named Uhtred, I was like, oh shit, the idea came to me. Because I thought for sure Aethelflaed was not going to be allowed any power being a woman. Like, we already saw before that they pushed her to the side because they didn't care about what she had to say. She's always been the best choice. We said so many times, I wish she could be queen. I wish she could be in power. But I always thought that if she was going to be queen and stuff, it would be marrying the Lord of Mercia. So then my next thing was like, if you have to put someone in charge, why not make it Uhtred? Have him marry Aethelflaed and have them rule Mercia together, you know? You have Aethelflaed who has the respect of the Mercian and she can rule in her own right, and he's going to be ruling as well, but let's be real, he's going to truly be listening to her. Mm-hmm. So the whole time this episode, when he's being told by Aethelflaed that he should not be ruler of Mercia for all good reasons, although I'm like, yeah, but it's the best solution. What can we do other than that? I was like, Aethelflaed would be a good point, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then he says her name. And I'm like, just say you're going to marry, because that's always the go-to. But it's true that in history we've had female rulers. You just got to have a crowd that's willing to accept it. So I am so glad that we did this here, because I was just ready to fall on the prejudices, on the sexism, and be like, they're not going to let her do that. If she does that, it's going to be through marriage. Although I would not be against a marriage between Aethelflaed and Uhtred.
But when you think about it, we did say that between every elderman right there, Uhtred might have been the best man choice to be Lord of Mercia, right? Because he listened to the people, he's a good leader, but it is true that on a diplomatic and politic point of view, it might not be so good,
Well, we talked about the worst thing, about this was the amount of responsibilities he was going to have, He's a good leader.
You say many times.
I know. It's fine, we all have our quirks. So, Uhtred and responsibilities, he's a good leader, would he be a good ruler for such a big kingdom? That's the question. I do agree with what Aethelflaed said. He is passionate. He's got a good heart. He's good at making military decisions, but diplomatic decisions, making alliances.
Well, I mean,
staying calm.
We will never know if he doesn't try it. But it is true that he's more at his best on the battlefield. On the battlefield.
And it's, I mean, we're talking about the future of a kingdom, and it's you know, people. Do you really want to try it with them? Risk the fall of Mercia, because we're still in danger. Like, they're saying they think the Danes are not a threat anymore, but we know that they're going to be a threat, you know? So they are still at risk. And in times of battle, he's amazing, but would he make good decisions?
I mean, we've seen Uhtred ruling his own land, his own people
It's
as
not
an
the
elder
same.
man.
It's not the same. He's constantly leaving to take care of other business.
True.
And it's a little town. It's so small. No one is taking, you know, if they attack, it's going to be, you know, as they are making their way to a bigger place, they're going to just attack and take some food or something. But it's not the same as being in the room with a bunch of old people you don't love and you don't care about and having to discuss politics with them. The fact that he had to be baptized for a third time and he didn't like that, and, you know, people who know him were saying, you know, are you mocking God? Are you doing this just to get the crown? In the future, who's to say that other people would not have said that? You know, it's I do say you know a lot.
Yeah, you do.
I'm sorry. If it bothers you, I'm sorry. Anyway, so you know. I would say Uhtred was the best choice in the moment if it had to be a man, because we had nothing else. Naming Aethelflaed, though, is the choice.
It is the ultimate good choice.
I just never thought they would do that.
Like this?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if they had the minds to do that. Like, even Edward. Edward was pissed because he knew she was capable of facing him and not listening to him.
But I mean, I think that what maybe convinced Uhtred to propose Aethelflaed as a ruler is the fact that right after he got baptized, you got Edward to come right at his face and said, I want to speak to you alone, without the witness,
he was
to
gonna
speak
be a puppet.
about our alliances and what you must do for Mercia.
Uhtred not being a ruler, and Uhtred, you know, basically becoming the Lord of Mercia based on, we have a deal that you listen to me as your king. He was going to be a ruler of Mercia who truly listens to Edward.
Yeah.
Whereas for her, she has no deal with Edward, so it all comes down to, do you trust me? And she has proved before that she can do stuff for Mercia that goes against Edward's wishes. So that's why he was pissed. But I'm glad he came around, because last episode was good for him. And this episode, he kind of started to do this again. I was like, eee, but then he accepted his son a little bit more just to see him go again. But it's good to have him leave and be raised the way Alfred would have wanted his grandchild to be raised. And I love that Elswith is taking charge of that, because she's the one that sent him away. So for her to keep taking care of him, and it's also because she cannot raise the second born the way she would want.
I think that in the future, she might be the one to push Aethelstan on the throne. Like, hey, could be.
In a way, I think that's what she wants. But still, I like that she's doing that, and I love that he allowed his son to talk to him, and he talked back, and he was like, oh, what's that? You know, they talked and they shared a little something. That was good. And then he managed to, yeah, I love the strategy. Like, I don't know if it was the ultimate plan for Uhtred, but I think he knew deep down that Aethelflaed was going to do the right thing, and she did, by showing Edward, see, I have the power to fight back, but I'm not going to do this, because I trust you, and you can trust me too.
I want peace. Damn it.
Exactly. That was the best thing she could do. She's got the love of the people. She's always had, because she's the one that's, you know, Aethelred was the ruler, but she was the ruler. She's the one that went to battle. She's the one that honored the deal with Edward. When he didn't show up, when they needed help, it was Aethelflaed who showed up with the fight, with the army.
Yeah.
So, and it's a sister. It's fine. She's gonna be fine, because she's got a great amount of respect and loyalty for Mercia, because it's her home, but she came from Winchester, Wessex. She's not gonna want to betray Winchester or Wessex or Alfred, because it's his memory.
It's his memory, and her brother is on the throne of Wessex.
Exactly. So it's time people start listening to her, and it's time people start giving her what she's owed. And like I said, I never thought they would do that, but apparently it's been done.
We were saying that's Lord and Lord, but she is Queen of Mercia. Uhtred
Yeah,
would
well,
have been king.
I've been
technically
saying-
king of Mercia.
No, I don't think he would have been king.
Well, it's true. He's not king because he's not a royal blood.
Well,
so
the
he's
thing is,
Lord, but she's queen.
It gets a bit confusing because when Aethelred started calling himself king in Wessex, they were saying, "Oh, he calls himself king with no respect to your status. I think he's supposed to be lord, but he called himself king, like he had a crown and everything." So I don't know. And they also, it could also be a title thing because in Vikings it's easier because they call the royals your grace. In Last Kingdom, they call everyone my lord. So,
I know, but technically, Mercia is a kingdom, right?
Yes.
So you expect to have a king or a queen.
She's queen.
Right? They're not.
It's just
united yet.
No, I know. It's just that when Aethelred started calling himself king, they were kind of saying, he's saying that, but like it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, but if she calls herself queen, I'm all for it. She deserves it. And for the future, in those days, marrying cousins was a thing that happened.
We technically did say the idea out loud.
It can happen.
We saw it happening in the past in history and in Game of Thrones.
We know Aethelstan becomes first king of all Saxons. If they manage to get every other kingdom, because except the Danes, there's no one facing them basically at this point. Except, Bebbanburg is not a kingdom, but, no one's truly in charge. There are other kingdoms, but I think if they manage, and there's only Mercia and Wessex left, she's gonna be in Mercia, he's gonna be in Winchester or Wessex.
It is highly suspicious that we've seen these two kids playing together, being happy together, so many times.
They're kids.
I know they're kids. They are
cousins.
They are cousins.
I don't want to sexualize the kids.
No, I don't. But I could see it happening.
It's a possibility for the future because we need to unite everything.
They're almost the same age, right?
Yes, and we need to unite the whole thing. And at the end of the day, marriage is the best way to unite the kingdoms.
But they are cousins.
Like for us, it's
first
gonna
cousins.
For us, it's gonna be a problem. For them, it might not. We'll see. I'm just saying that if they think like this, it makes sense. They did it before in history. It's not a fan fiction type of ship here, They did it in history before.
Yeah,
is it okay?
But maybe with second or third cousins on your father's side.
Not necessarily. They did it with brothers and sisters in some places, which is fucked up, but that's how things used to be in some places.
They kind of did it in Egypt too,
Egypt.
If you think about it.
You said Egypt.
Egypt?
Yeah. In Egypt.
Egypt. Sorry.
Okay, but it's I don't think we're gonna brush on that too much, unless because like I said, Uhtred doesn't age, so I don't know. But
no, he's gonna be with Aethelflaed unless something happened.
I think we might lose Winchester, and spend season 5 trying to get it back. Although in the Last Kingdom, sometimes things go fast, really fast.
We can lost it in episode 9. And want it back
in episode 9 and get it back in episode 10, yeah.
Yeah, but I must say that would be a great finale to just lose Winchester at the end of the 4th season.
Make it look like we've got just Mercia, and Edward really needs to fall back on the generosity and trust of his sister after the whole thing.
Who knows?
Which is crazy because Mercia was the one that needed help this season, and if they need help next season, tables are turned.
Mm-hmm.
But best decision ever. I'm really glad. I'm happier that it's her than I was last episode when I thought it was going to be Uhtred, because he was the best choice before I knew she would be considered. So I'm like, yes, all the way yes. The brother needs to die. He's a problem, and he's sending the Danes after Winchester and stuff. Our son Uhtred Jr. is going there, so either he's going to be stuck there when they attack, or he's going to come out, he's going to show up as they are attacking, and he's going to be the one that brings the message.
Maybe.
But I am a bit afraid. I do like that he's following his own path, though, so that's good. I do wish he could have, I wish he would have said goodbye to his dad, but it's not like you're never gonna see him again. Unless he dies in Winchester.
Do not jinx it.
I know.
You have a past with jinxing stuff.
I know. It's fine. Okay. But yeah, it was a good episode, and we're all set up for the last 2 of the season and the big fight, because we always need a big fight for the end of seasons.
Of course we do. Of course.
And finally, Aethelflaed got what she's due, and I'm so
glad
proud.
that she's in charge, like really in charge.
Yeah, she deserves it more than anyone else. She's deserved it since day 1.
And you know what? Before we end that discussions, I really hope that Ellie's gonna stay with us. She's a good companion.
No, if she stays with... Yeah, she's a good companion, but if she stays with us forever, she's gonna die. I think it's best that she's with us for now, but I think, she said for safe passage. She could stay. Eventually, she might leave.
I would say her with Husband or Husford. I forgot his name.
Husband was Uhtred.
With Husford, or even Finan.
Yeah, I think she played with both. She flirted with both, sort of. But, it's cool that she wants to stay with them for a little while. If she leaves eventually, it's fine as well. I think it's a bit sad that she's being sent away like this.
But understandable. It is true that her brother killed the previous Lord of Mercia, and she was his mistress.
It doesn't send a good message.
Aethelflaed would have been a fool if she kept her at her side,
Well, it wasn't... I'm not saying she should have stayed by her side. It's just... Aethelflaed's plan was to send her to a nunnery. I'm like, at least give her money and send her on her way. Like, you do what you want to do. If that became what she did, I don't know about money, but she's saying, okay, you go do what you want to do, but you can't stay here. Fine.
Okay.
I think it's a bit fucked up that, she's always on her guard. She's always saying, people will judge me and blame me for the stuff other people do. And we kind of got another example of that. Because it wasn't her decision, she protected her brother, and now her brother's fucking turning against everyone once again. He's just being a problem. It's fine, we love drama, and it's good drama. But yeah, so I'm ready for the next episode. Do you want to talk about something else? Or?
No, I think that's it.
So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube next week, guys. So wait for it. And we're gonna see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.